Android or iPhone to watch other live broadcasts and see archived events. Our broadcast will start in just a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. This event has not yet started. Please like and follow all of our social media to keep up with everything happening at MyTown TV. This broadcast will begin in just a few moments. Thanks for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. This event has not yet started. Please download our app for your smart TV on Roku or Apple TV to watch other live and archived events. Our broadcast will start in just a few moments. Thanks for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. This event has not yet started. Please stay tuned and we will begin broadcasting in just a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. This event has not yet started. Please download our MyTown TV app for your Android or iPhone to watch other live broadcasts and see archived events.
Hello and welcome to the Wolves' Den as your Spring Valley Timberwolves open the 2026 campaign against the Patriots of George Washington High School. Matt Perry, joined by Mike Myers, producer Conley Wood, and cameraman Evan Adkins. We are so happy to be bringing you tonight's opening game action. Spring Valley looking to avenge a loss last year on opening week. GW ran up and down the field and beat the Timberwolves by 3 touchdowns last year. We thank you for joining us, and we will be right back on your home of Timberwolves football, MyTown TV.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
I'm Ron Navy, co-owner of Kingdom First Construction, and we proudly support MyTown TV and all student athletes. For all your construction needs, you can follow us on Facebook or contact us at the number below.
Ashland deserves leadership that is steady and strategic with a bold vision for the future. That's exactly how I lead. Forward with smart growth. Forward with responsible budgeting. Forward with safe neighborhoods and strong infrastructure. Forward with the opportunity for the next generation. I'm Amanda Clark, and I'm asking for your vote for the Ashland City Commission.
Mom, what's for dinner?
Trust is something earned, not given. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank, headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
Hello and welcome back to the Ashland Credit Union pregame show at Spring Valley High School. Matt Perry, Mike Myers here with you as Spring Valley takes on George Washington Patriots. Mike, first game of the year, it's always tough to really solidified, the keys to a game. But I think in football, the keys necessarily don't really change much. I would say experience usually outweighs youth, and that's something that's going to be a big deal tonight, and especially all season long for the Spring Valley Timberwolves.
Absolutely correct, Matt. Tonight is a game of two very different teams. You've got a very, very young Spring Valley Timberwolves coming out tonight. Only 4 returning starters from the crew last year against the Patriots team that is returning most of their starters, particularly that really big offensive line. That's going to be a real test for the Wolves tonight. Those young guys have really got to step up, and if they're not able to dominate on line of scrimmage, which is something that happens every game, but especially now, they're going to get tested real quick here tonight.
Coach Dingus talked about, and you and I talked about it as well, next man up mentality. Spring Valley definitely, that seems to be their team mantra, does it not?
It absolutely is. Again, returning only 4 starters from last year. Luckily, one of those is your quarterback. So at least you have that solid foundation on offense. Caden Lovejoy showed that he was a true battlefield commander last year. Stepped into the role. From all we heard was a little reluctantly. Didn't quite want to play quarterback, but sat in there, did a fantastic job. This year he's definitely the starting quarterback, but Coach Dingus plans to use him a little more liberally across the field. I watched last week the scrimmage. He lined up at split back a couple of times, out wide a couple of times. So he's out there on the field a little bit, catching some passes. He's going to be a real weapon for Spring Valley.
A lot of people seem to think in the statewide media, and I know you think this as well, that this is kind of a measuring stick game for Spring Valley.
Oh, it absolutely is. Every year your first game is really your first litmus test of, how are your guys going to do? How are these kids that are stepping up from, JV coming up to varsity? And in Spring Valley's case, you got some freshmen stepping up into varsity, or freshmen last year stepping up into varsity. But especially tonight where you have such a key role of your offensive and defensive line being so young, going up against guys that have a season or two under their belts for GW. It's going to be a true test for the Wolves, and it's really going to set the tempo for the rest of the season.
Talking about that test, you labeled this the key matchup, Spring Valley offensive line versus the George Washington defensive front.
Yeah, if Spring Valley is able to get out and they're able to run the ball, that sets up a lot of things. GW is going to have to respect the run, which will give Lovejoy some favorable passing. If that's in the game plan, they did throw some passes in the scrimmages. And Spring Valley can throw in some motions and misdirects, and GW is really going to have to respect that. If the Valley offensive line cannot move the ball and cannot control the line of scrimmage, that forces unfavorable passing downs for Spring Valley. Lovejoy is going to get under pressure, and that young line is really going to have to execute under that pressure, and they're untested so far. So that line of scrimmage, those 1 yard either direction, 2 yards down there in the trenches, is really going to be the deciding factor tonight.
One thing that is not a problem for the Spring Valley Timberwolves, and that is experience on the headset. Coach Brad Dingus, his 19th season as Spring Valley head coach, a 147-63 record, and he has been 4 times the Mountain State Athletic Conference Coach of the Year. I can speak from experience. I was not a long-time high school football player, but he was my freshman coach, and right after that, a couple of years after that, he took over the varsity, and he's just very good at what he does.
Yeah, it really helps out whenever you have that staple in a football program. We've seen some very successful programs here the last couple of years, Cabell Middle in particular. When you have that change at that head coach position, it really throws the whole program kind of for a loop. And having the consistency that Brad Dingus brings to this program is absolutely invaluable.
Coach Dingus has taken this Spring Valley Timberwolves team through his tenure to 3 state championship games and 4 semifinal appearances, and one of those semifinal appearances was last year against Princeton.
Amazing game. To be in such a situation that we are, to be able to go to all these games and see all these kids playing, we get to see some of the best players in the state. Thankfully, for many years, several of them have been right here at Valley. That Princeton team, kudos to them. They played very well, That was a real tough game for Valley going into it. They would have had to play the games of their career to come out on top of that one. Sadly, knocked off Princeton, the inevitable state champions. But this is a completely different team, completely different squad, completely different season. It's hard to express just how much this is a true reset for Valley this year.
And these young kids, these young pups are going to have to turn into Wolves real fast. They're challenged in the first week as the Patriots of George Washington High School take on your Spring Valley Timberwolves. The marching Timberwolves are coming onto the field, and we're going to step aside, and we'll be back on your home of Timberwolves football, MyTown TV.
When it comes to your future, don't just swing. Knock it out of the park and apply to Ashland Community and Technical College. With hands-on training and career-focused programs, step up to the plate. Apply today at ashland.kctcs.edu.
Hi, this is Clay from Pollock's Jewelers. So much has changed, especially over the last 30 years. Now the latest craze, lab-grown diamonds. As the only certified gemologist appraiser in the tri-state area, happy to help you. Thanks again for all your support and friendship over the years. We'll see you soon.
Hey fans, this is Tim Renfro. For the last 2 years, it's been my absolute privilege to represent you. During my term in office, the city has gotten stronger. We've done this in the most transparent of ways, with no closed meetings and no secrets. I'm asking for your continued support in my re-election effort. Thank you.
From hand-cut steaks to fall-off-the-bone ribs, Texas Roadhouse has something for everyone. Fresh baked bread and honey cinnamon butter await at Texas Roadhouse. Located at 501 Winchester Avenue across from Ashland Town Center Mall. Texas Roadhouse will help you support your local school.
Isn't it time to bring some magic into the real world? Where knights ride in shining armor, and pirates always have a bag of loot. Where everyone is welcome for a toast. Where wonder and fantasy awaits you round every corner. Discover it all at the Ohio Renaissance Festival. Visit renfestival.com for info and tickets.
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Hello and welcome back to the Ashland Credit Union pregame show here on MyTown TV. Matt Perry and Mike Myers bringing you all the action for opening night from the Wolves' Den as your Spring Valley Timberwolves take on the Patriots of George Washington High School. The marching Timberwolves onto the field. Mike, let's talk about our keys to the game, starting with Spring Valley. Win first down.
Yeah, again, Matt, that really ties into Spring Valley has to be able to, they don't have to dominate the line of scrimmage, but they themselves have to not be dominated. And by doing that, you're going to secure those first downs. You're going to keep the ball out of the hands of the GW offense. Absolutely critical to get those first downs.
George Washington wants to start fast and keep this crowd quiet. It's got a rowdy student section so far.
Yeah, you can always appreciate the student section here at the Valley. It gets noisy up in here. It can be a hard place to travel to. But if GW starts out quick and they get some explosive plays off, which Valley really needs to avoid, they can shut Timberwolves down and shut them down quick.
I feel like that I should just have this permanently tattooed on my arm for my broadcasting career for Spring Valley, but key number 2, establish the run.
Being that, Spring Valley's offense is, 99.999% run, that tends to play well in their favor.
Need to establish the run. George Washington, though, they have a lot more. They're a lot more prone to the big play, and Spring Valley's going to have to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah, and those big plays are primarily going to come from Jaden Black. He is a very explosive runner, and running behind that big, experienced offensive line is going to be a big thing for GW.
All right, they are getting ready to honor America, so we're going to step aside on your Ashland Credit Union pregame show on MyTown TV.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most. Our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
People like to ask us what we do. We do it all.
I was tired, wasn't getting very good sleep. I was dragging. I think deep down I knew something was wrong. Felt quite a bit of pain in my chest. Next thing you knew, I was doing a heart cath. I absolutely felt better immediately. Right back to work Monday morning with no kind of complications whatsoever. I know a lot about heating and air conditioning, but you guys are the ones that know about hearts.
Inspired heart care at UK King's Daughters.
Your family deserves nothing but the best.
The sky's the limit. Drew and Jonathan's Modular One sofas and sectionals at Big Sandy. They're fully customizable, oh so comfortable, and affordable. Modular One can be designed precisely to your liking, with multiple available pieces to choose from in 7 great colors, starting at $4.99. Pick what you need, combine, adjust, that's it. Your room, your way.
Shop Drew and Jonathan Home at Big Sandy Superstore.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry, Mike Myers, Conley Wood, and Evan Atkins bringing you all the action here. We're in the middle of a prayer. If you could just stand by for me a moment. Thank you for your patience for that. Mike, we are back here at the Wolves Den. So let's continue with our keys to the game. You know, we talk about the youth movement at Spring Valley. When I texted Coach Dingus this morning, he sent me his running backs to watch, and 3 of them weren't running backs last year.
Yeah, we're going to have a whole lot of new names to learn this year, a lot of new numbers. From everything we've seen in the preseason, it's really been a backfield by committee. There's a lot of guys back there that are able to put some numbers up on the board, but as beneficial as it is to have multiple guys that can run the ball, you really need to have a standout feature back in that backfield, somebody that, you know, a defense is going to be able to key off on, so that these other guys will be able to get their runs in. And as of right now, we don't know who that could be.
As the Spring Valley band plays their alma mater, I'm so old, when I graduated from Spring Valley, there was no such thing as the alma mater. So our keys, we talk about the fullback position. We both love the fullback position, especially in Spring Valley's offense, and this year it looks like it's going to be Jake Van Arsdale.
Yeah, we saw one of the best fullbacks to ever come out of Valley, in my humble opinion. Last year was Zeke Lewis, and unfortunately the big man is off to greener pastures, so that position has really opened up, and Van Arsdale has kind of stepped into that position and done very well so far in the preseason.
I think it all comes down to game management for Caden Lovejoy. Coach Dingus doesn't ask his quarterback, for the most part. There was about a 2-year window where we could say differently. But Coach Dingus does not ask his does not ask his quarterback to go win games. He wants him to manage games.
It really is a case of, you know, the Spring Valley quarterback really, in Lovejoy's case in particular, he really is out there being that battlefield commander. You know, he's for the most part, the Spring Valley quarterbacks aren't these standout, exceptional athletes that are, you know, these crazy triple threat with the run and the pass and the option, all these things, but they're out there really controlling the game. Coach Ingus places a lot of faith in his quarterback to be able to make on-the-fly snap decisions with audibles and hot routes, and allowing these guys that are actually down there in the trenches to be able to adjust as need be. And Lovejoy does a fantastic job with that.
One of the Timberwolves that took a big step forward last year and has become a standout on the defensive and offensive line, Judson Rich.
Judson Rich is going to be one of those factors that will be a make or break point for Spring Valley this year. He is one of the veterans on the team, but also the only returning lineman that plays both directions. If he has been able to, in the preseason, mentor these young guys, give them the experience that he has gotten last year, and to be able to build them up into a cohesive unit, then Spring Valley can be very successful tonight. But the offensive line, as I said, needs to be a unit. It cannot be 5 individuals coming out and blocking. They need to function as a team, as a single unit.
One of the true signs of fall in northern Wayne County is when Hell's Bells rings through the valley as the Timberwolves descend the mountain and are about to take the field to a chorus of cowbells and even led by their own Timberwolf.
I have been waiting months to hear this again, Matt.
Led on by their team captains. There's a lot of them. Give them a second. Your 2026 Spring Valley Timberwolves. Jake Van Arsdale leads the team through the pomp and circumstance. And I know I speak for Mike. It's your favorite time of year, isn't it, buddy?
It absolutely is. Like I said, I've been waiting months to get back up here in this booth to watch the Timberwolves. I've been counting down the days since November. And if my math is right, I believe this is year 11.
It is our 11th year calling Spring Valley football together.
Time flies, buddy.
Yeah, as the Grateful Dead said, what a long, strange trip it's been, my friend. And we hope for many, many more. Our home now with MyTown TV could not be happier. Here come the Patriots. Decked out in their silver helmets, white jerseys, and silver pants with burgundy accents. Spring Valley coming in tonight with their Navy helmets, Carolina blue stripe. And with the Navy jersey tonight with Carolina accents on silver pants and Carolina accents.
Not quite the Carolina blue that you love so much, but
I'll get over it. Peyton Bailey, Brody Williamson, Judson Rich, and Caden Lovejoy are the captains for Game 1 of this 2026 season. So I'm going to put your feet to the fire. I didn't even say I was going to do this, and we're on the air and you're live, so now you have to do it.
Ugh.
Every year we do it. What's the record going to be? And this is going to be saved where we can go back and look at it. What is your prediction for the Timberwolves in 2026?
Being realistic, looking at everyone they have to play, and of course this is all preseason. This is, we don't really have any additional information to go off of. I will say with reasonable confidence, I could see Spring Valley finishing 6-4.
6-4 gets you to the show.
It does.
Coach Dingus has never missed the show.
I think with the way that AAA is set up now, with the top of the bracket, the top 16, 20 teams being so strong, and the bottom of the bracket, being quite honest, not being as strong, I think you could even make the playoffs rather consistently with 5-5 record.
So, of course, that'll be a storyline thread that we follow throughout the year. I love my shout-outs. It makes It makes our weeks when we know that our listeners are enjoying the broadcast and you participate in the broadcast. As always, my biggest fan, my dad listening, and he just sent me a text. He said, it's finally time for Friday Night Lights.
Yes, sir. All right, you put me on the spot. Let's hear it.
Yep. I hate to say like I'm copying you, but I see 6 wins. I don't see a 7th unless there's something that I'm missing. I mean, they're still playing. You know, you're playing a power like Huntington High.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing a very difficult schedule for a AAA team.
Yes.
You know, in 2 weeks we'll be bringing you the game from the Judson C. Edwards Stadium. It's going to be an awesome event, and we get to call a game from a Division I stadium, which is super cool. But that's going to be a huge task. I think 6-4 is very realistic, and I think they could host a home playoff game.
I think 6-4 is realistic. I think, and I'm going to be very generous here, and I'm going to be the homer. I think 8-2 is possible if this offensive line, and I'm going to ride these guys all season long. If they show up ready to play, and they shock the state, I think 8-2 is possible.
Last night we broadcast an extremely physical soccer matchup between Spring Valley and Cabell Midland. I'm surprised Duke Elkins is walking very well after how many times he was fouled last night, but he is here. We thank you for joining us on MyTown TV for that broadcast. Do it all year. Those soccer guys and gals need your support just as well. Elkins has the ball teed up at the 40, and the 2026 season is underway with a short far side pooch kick taken at the 28 and fair caught there. And that is where the Patriots will take over, 1st and 10.
You know, Matt, we've talked about the offensive line for Spring Valley, but the defensive line is going to have to show up just as much as the offensive here. You've got such an experienced offensive line for GW and such an explosive back out of Black that the defense is really going to have to step up.
Tavion Woods is the shotgun quarterback. Bubble screen caught at the 28 up to the 33-yard line. Good open field tackle there by Mathis, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Mathis is a name that we'll probably hear quite a bit tonight. Very good runner for Spring Valley in the preseason. Has been playing very well there at that corner position.
Lovejoy going both ways. He's the free safety. I'm going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time. The SSAC site did not have the most credible rosters. We will do as best as we can, we promise. Woods with pre-snap movement. I believe it's going to be on the Valley. Those are the type of mistakes that a young team's going to make, and it kills you. Encroachment, and it'll be 2nd and short now. Hidden yards, as they call that, Mike.
You know, penalties like that, you know, first game of the season, everybody's amped up. You can kind of let those slide. But in a position that Valley's going to be in tonight, every penalty yard is going to matter.
Coleman Christian nose tackle. Rich, the right tackle on the defensive line. Motion man. A design quarterback sweep that Spring Valley will bottle up quite well. I think with second effort, Woods might get the yard he needed, but still good pursuit, 1st and 10.
Woods falling forward, definitely getting that 1st down as they move the chains. Great job by the Valley defense keeping him bottled up. Fantastic outside contain, not letting Woods get the edge.
Dad thinks 7 and 3. Don Perry has spoken. Woods in the shotgun, 2 wide to the near side. Woods hands off, right tackle, running room, stiff arm to the 45, up to the 48. We've got a hanky on the field. Rich with the tackle. Looks like it's going to be a blocking infraction if I was a guessing man. Yep, illegal block in the back, and that will push GW back, and it'll be 1st and long.
We saw there firsthand the athleticism of Jaden Black, able to change directions very effectively, able to get off the ball with that explosive power.
First and 20 for George Washington.
First and 20 now for Woods and the Patriot offense. First drive of the season. Empty set, 4 wide with a tight end to the left. Brings Black in motion, handoff to Black on a little shovel pass. He has running room up to the 40, into the 45 and 50. He's in the Spring Valley territory at the 40, 30, and he's taken down inside the 30, but a huge gain. Colton Mathis brings down Jaden Black, but it's first and 10 for the Patriots.
Again, Matt, Black is going to be the real weapon for GW tonight. There you saw him able to switch sides of the field. He saw an opening, and off to the races he went, just outrunning most of the Valley defense.
First and 10 for the Patriots. Woods with Black to his left in the shotgun. Stacked twin wide receivers.
Valley showing blitz.
Handoff to Black. Will be a gain of 4, second down.
Takes the ball inside the 25. Ball to 24, gain of 3, second and 7.
Again, great job by the Valley defense not getting sucked in. Valley's defensive line stacking before the ball or before the offense gets set, kind of throwing the offensive line off the.
Woods keeps it, big loss. Great pursuit by the Timberwolves. Jodis Goo in on a tackle. And it'll be third and long, but third and about 9.
Fantastic job by Goo, stepping up from the linebacker position, making a good tackle.
Third and 9 for the Patriots. 4 down territory most likely as they stack twin wide receivers. Woods drops back to throw, setting up a screen to Black. Black has all the running room in the world. First down and more. Inside the 10, inside the 5, first and goal. Beautifully designed screenplay, and it works to perfection.
Goal for George Washington.
Woods hands to Black. Black is down at the 1. Second down.
Spring Valley's defensive line doing a great job of firing off the ball there and not allowing GW to get even an inch.
Second and goal from the 1. Tavion Woods goes to the sideline to get his place. George Washington slowing it down a little bit here. Jaden Black to Woods' right. They stay in the shotgun on second and goal from the 1. Design keeper from the big quarterback, and he scores. GW strikes first, 6-0.
We said in the pregame, Matt, that GW is going to have this explosive offense, particularly out of Jaden Black, and we just saw it right there. If you give that young man even an inch to run with, he's going to turn into a mile.
Smith on for the point after touchdown. Henry holding for Smith. Good snap. Kick is up. And it is good with 7:09 to go in the first quarter. GW leads Spring Valley 7-0. We'll be back on MyTown TV.
1, 2, 3.
Download our app today.
Whoa! Rain
long as you're riding it here.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards? Give me that. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Parks Reward. Return, refresh, refuel.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Spring Valley Trails, GW 7-0. Matt Perry, Mike Myers here with you. Produced by Conley Wood, and our cameraman is Evan Adkins. Conley's the best in the business. I'm not going to be too nice to Evan yet, but Conley, best in the tri-state for sure. Thank you for joining us on MyTown TV. Notice a couple of our sponsors, Smokin' Jays and Buffalo Wild Wings. The address is 1 Timberwolf Drive, where you can deliver your goods to Mike, Conley, Evan, and myself. I mean, it's hard to listen to commercials for Buffalo Wild Wings and Smokin' Jays and not get a little hungry, Mike.
I could definitely go for any one of those right now.
Spring Valley will take over at their own 31-yard line. John Robinette joining us from Ashland, Kentucky, rooting on the Spring Valley Timberwolves. It's always great to see John watching us as he keeps the power on in Eastern Kentucky.
Here comes the first test for that young offensive line, Matt.
Lovejoy with Van Arsdale as fullback. Hand off to Van Arsdale. He'll gain 3. Second down.
I had the opportunity to see Spring Valley in some of their preseason games. Scrimmage last week, and surprisingly, they ran out of 9 different formations. It was really throwing me off. Like, what are they doing now? Oh, I recognize that. Now they're in a spread. Now they're in a 2-jet. Now they're in a power I. They were all over the place.
Hand off to Mathis. Mathis ripped up above the head, but breaks through the first wave of tacklers, and he's down the left sideline. What a carry by Colton Mathis, and it is touchdown. Timberwolves, 67 yards.
Mathis says, all right, you got an explosive runner? Well, so do we.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, Matt, that is a perfect example of why arm tackling does not work. Mathis would have been stopped for a couple-yard gain, would have been a decent little run if GW would have tackled properly, but the defender ran in, tried to do an arm tackle, Mathis ducked it, and off to the races. So GW was calling for a penalty on Spring Valley, and they got it. Backing it up 5, still well within the range of Elkins and his powerful leg.
Lovejoy is the holder. Kick is up. And it's good. It's punch, counter punch. 6:18 to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. We'll be back on MyTown TV.
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry, Mike Myers, Conley Wood, and Evan Atkins bringing you all the action. We thought Spring Valley would be the methodical one. They score on a two-play, 67-yard drive, capped off by a 67-yard Colton Mathis touchdown rush, and it's 7-all. Excuse me, it's a 70-yard touchdown drive. I apologize. Valley kicks it deep. GW returner falls at the 9.
It's like DJ Spencer on the return for the Patriots, kind of getting bit there by the turf monster. Leaving Valley in good field position here. GW in the shadow of their own end zone.
1st and 10 for the Patriots at their own 9. They scored on their opening drive as well. Handoff, right tackle. Good spin move out of an arm tackle. It'll be a first down. Mike talks about the importance of form tackling. He tries to teach future Timberwolves down at CK Little League football the proper meaning of a form tackle, but not looking too good right there.
No, sometimes you just got to grab what you can grab in hopes of bringing the man down. But, you know, occasionally the shoestring tackle is the best you're going to get. But you really need to step up and wrap and bring the man down.
Black already making his imprint on this ball game. Woods keeps this one. Actually, we have a different quarterback in. My apologies. Deshaun Isabel with the gain of 5. Second down.
Isabel and Woods are coming into this game as kind of a dual threat combo. Both very good quarterbacks. Two very different style.
Isabel with Black to his left. Bubble screen to his slot receiver. That's going to be a first down.
Spring Valley right now playing with a, what I would like to say, an impact player down. Cam Booth coming out of the game. Looked like he had a stinger into his arm, getting treated by the medical staff of Spring Valley. Booth, one of those young players that has really stepped up this season, doing a fantastic job at outside linebacker.
Isabel in the shotgun, brings a man in motion. Poor snap. Isabel tries to make something out of it. It looks like he'll be a yard short of the line of scrimmage. Should be about 2nd and 11. Could have been a much bigger fiasco for the Patriots there.
Yeah, did a good job of getting control of the ball first before he ever tried to run with it. I think that's something that coaches at every level trying to stress. You have to have control of the football before you do anything.
Well, they're going to change up the formation a bit and bring trips to the near side. Isabel in the shotgun. We'll hand it off to Black. Black, he has a ton of running room, Mike. The offensive line for the Patriots is pushing the Valley off the ball. That was 7 easy yards for Black.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to say this 1,000 more times, Matt. That battle there in the trenches is really going to be the deciding factor tonight.
Spring Valley needs to use a timeout. It'll be 3rd and 3 from the Patriot 43. We'll stay right here. So, Mike, when you're getting blown off the ball, 3 yards doesn't seem like a big deal for the opposing team to get. What do you what kind of adjustments do you want to make when, as the defensive coordinator, when you're seeing, man, my guys are getting beat up a little bit in the trenches?
Well, it's a tough situation because, you know, you could say, oh, just put more guys on the line. But if you don't have that depth at the defensive line, you know, it changes up your whole scheme. You've got to pull defensive backs in. You got to do your coverage different. And maybe you pull a linebacker up. It throws off the whole flow of everything. Now they could blitz. You know, there's some talented linebackers in there for Spring Valley. You could bring them up. You can blitz. You could show blitz and back off, kind of throw the offensive line off. But it really comes down to those front guys. They have to be able to get a good push off the ball, and they cannot give up ground.
All right, we'll see what happens here. 3rd and 3 from the 43. Stacked trips to the near side. Handoff to Black. Black has the first down.
And just like I said there, Matt, Spring Valley bringing the blitz, but this experienced veteran line for GW just able to pick it up and still be able to get a couple of yards. And Spring Valley being plagued with equipment issues, helmets come flying off.
Judson Rich has to come off this play.
Super glue buckles on those chin straps or something.
Cole McChristian over the ball as the nose tackle. Hand off to Black again. McChristian stands him up in the hole and no gain.
Fantastic job by McChristian there. Absolutely exploding off of the ball. Yeah, he was halfway past the center before the offensive line even moved.
Rich back in, Williamson out. Drops back to pass. Looking down the far sideline, just out of reach, incomplete. 3rd and long.
And coaches for GW looking for a pass interference there, but that looks about as clean a coverage as you're ever going to find.
Maybe it's a pet peeve of mine, but I get so tired of people wanting a flag to be thrown every time the ball's thrown.
He touched me. It's pass interference.
I know. It drives me crazy. Trips to the near side. Isabel puts Black to the far side for an empty set. Drops back to pass. Now he's scrambling. Under pressure. Will be forced out of bounds, well short of the first down. Good pursuit by the Timberwolves.
Great coverage.
4-down territory, most likely after the gain of 6, but we'll see. It looks like specialists are coming on.
This early in the game, only on the 46, you don't want to push it.
Ashton Lusk is the punter, but you have to watch. Tavion Woods is the up back.
Ashton Lusk in punt formation.
Lusk struggles with the snap. He does get it off, though. We'll see where that went out of bounds at.
Probably mark it right around the 35.
An 11-yard punt, and to be honest with you, it was a very athletic play for Lusk to get an 11-yard punt out of that.
That could have been an absolutely disastrous play for GW. They should feel very grateful for the 11 yards that they got.
10 at the 35 for the Timberwolves.
All right, looks like we're going to take a timeout. We'll step aside on MyTown TV.
1, 2, 3.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
People like to ask us what we do. We do it all.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry and Mike Myers bringing you all the action here on MyTown TV. We're tied up at 7 with 2:36 to go in the first quarter. Spring Valley on their second drive.
The Spring Valley defense stepped up, did their job. Now it's time for the offense to come do theirs.
Pistol formation. Lovejoy hands it to Mathis. Mathis. He is small, but he is hard to bring down. A gain of 5, second down.
Lost him in the pile there, I assume, and GW had the same problem.
The first wave, as we've seen, he broke free for a 67-yard scamper. Multiple missed tackles that time. Interior lineman had him, just bounced right off of him for a gain of 5.
Math is showing he's not your prototypical Spring Valley running back. Very wiry, very athletic. Like you said, Matt, a little on the smaller side, which, not necessarily a bad thing.
Shotgun set. Man in motion, design sweep that Lovejoy will have to take a large loss on. He'll lose 6, third down.
Lovejoy with the carry, losing 5 on the play.
Gabe Chambers checks in.
Davon Brockman doing a good job of coming up from his linebacker position. Read that play beautifully.
Chambers on for Spencer. So now, 3rd and 10. Lovejoy looking to throw, and it is complete for a gain of 11, first down. Chambers with the reception.
Lovejoy under pressure. He heard the footsteps on that one, but able to get the ball out and not going to say make a good pass, but made the pass that he needed to make.
Lovejoy 1 of 1 tonight. I like the play design there. It was like reminiscent of like something that Florida used to do with Tebow, where like you get the quarterback isolated and just do one of those little. They used to do a jump pass. That's not what Lovejoy did, but it looked designed like that.
Well-designed play, just blown up by that strong defensive line.
Lovejoy takes the snap and hands it to Van Arsdale. Van Arsdale will be swallowed up.
Whole host of Patriots in on the stop there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that many Patriots in one place since since Valley Forge. You're welcome.
And the yucks just keep coming.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Spring Valley and George Washington are tied at 7. We'll be back on MyTown TV.
At Big Sandy Superstore, we support factories and workers right here in the USA. We're always looking for American-made brands that are built to last and made to matter. Because American-made means jobs and opportunities in our communities. You'll get big savings on American-made brands when you shop right here and can feel good knowing you're supporting your neighbors, friends, and family. Built here, sold here. Big Sandy Superstore.
Download our app today. Whoa!
Ranger Rodney here.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards? Give me that. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Parks Reward. Return, refresh, refuel.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
What a beautiful Friday night for football as the second quarter starts off here at the Wolves Den. We're tied at 7 as your Timberwolves play host to the Patriots of George Washington. Matt Perry and Mike Myers here with you. We are so thankful that you're joining us on this opening night of West Virginia high school football. We will do a scoreboard check. Mike reminded me, have to get back in the flow of things.
It's Friday Night Lights in West Virginia, which means Metro News Scoreboard.
Metro News Scoreboard. I formation. Lovejoy takes the snap and hands it to the first guy through. Number 7, Ethan Washington. Little quick hitter, didn't really go anywhere. I mean, he will get about, well, got more than I thought he did. So 3rd and manageable. My apologies, Ethan. Looks like a short game.
Spring Valley able to convert on their last set of downs. In another position here where first down is going to be one of the defining moments of this half.
This is much more Valley's liking, though. Only 3rd and 5 instead of 3rd and 11. I formation, Lovejoy under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Washington. Design keeper, Lovejoy looking for the sideline, and it's going to come back. He had the first down, but it will be a block in the back. And then we have a late flag, probably going to be offsetting penalties. But we shall wait.
I think the first flag was a block in the back against Valley, and I believe the second was a late hit against GW. See what the white hat here has to say. Hold against Spring Valley.
And they're
personal foul against GW.
Hold against Spring Valley, personal foul against George Washington. The result of the game stands. 1st and 10 for Spring Valley at the George Washington 43.
And Lovejoy's run stands. First down, Spring Valley.
I'll do the 4A scoreboard while we have a minute. George Rogers Clark leads Huntington 7-0. Martinsburg leads Hedgesville 37-0. Oak Hill and Cabell Midland are scoreless. Morgantown leads Parkersburg 13-0. Wheeling Park and Park South 7-all. Hampshire leads Preston 12-0. I formation for Lovejoy. Hands it off to Mathis. Nowhere to go. Battle of the Eastern Panhandle as the Cardinals of Spring Mills lead Jefferson 14-6. University leads the Appleman 21-3. And Woodrow Wilson leads Washington 41-12 in the second quarter. Goodness gracious.
After 43.
Case Kearns on the stop for GW on that play. Excellent job stepping up from the linebacker position.
Lovejoy, we got a whistle. Coach Dingus does not like what he sees, so we'll do the rest of our scoreboard here. As we move to AAA, Buchanan, Upshur, and Bridgeport are scoreless. North Marion defeated East Fairmont 24-0. Elkins leads Lincoln 14-7. Fairmont Senior and Herbert Hoover are scoreless. Robert C. Byrd leads Lewis County 8-5. That's a score you don't see very often. Brooke and Lincoln County are scoreless. Mike's alma mater has traveled to Marietta, Ohio, and that game is scoreless. Nicholas County leads Riverside 7-0. Pike View leads Summers County 28-8. Fairland, Ohio leads Point Pleasant, the Big Blacks 14-7. Princeton, the defending champions, lead Capital 7-0. Shady Springs leads St. Albans 13-0. South Charleston beat Nitro last night 67-7.
Holy moly. South Charleston had 7 sacks in the first half.
Thank you to Ben Spicer, who's going to keep us updated around the Tri-State here on My Town Sports. With 11:51 to go in the second quarter, Rock Hill leads Boyd County 14-7. Lions coming off a big win last week. Second and 9, I formation for Lovejoy and the Wolves. Play action. Lovejoy has time, throws it deep down the middle of the field, and it is incomplete. Nearly a huge home run play, but it hit the dirt. Chambers was the intended receiver, third down. That was a nice play and a pretty good throw by Lovejoy.
Yeah, it was a good throw. Lovejoy kind of throwing off of his back foot just a little bit. It seems like he had the arm there, and Chambers, if he had about another half a step on that ball, could have probably come down with it.
So now third and long. They'll move into the shotgun. Lovejoy hands it to Mathis. Mathis is tackled at the 42 for a gain of 1. That is not what you want to see on 3rd and 9.
GW just absolutely flooding the box, not giving Spring Valley anywhere to run.
Gain of yards, 4th down 8. Ball at the 42.
Yeah, I said, Matt, in the pregame that if Spring Valley is not able to run the ball, that puts Lovejoy in some compromising positions, having to throw the ball more than usually accustomed to.
Cash Beckley in punt formation. Get a nice angled punt down the right sideline. It'll go out of bounds at the 14. A 28-yard punt, perfectly placed. And it's 1st and 10 for the Patriots.
Kind of a scary play there for GW, at least from this perspective. Looked like a number 5, Derek Valentine, not aware of where the ball was. If that would have bounced and hit him, could have had a different outcome there.
See which quarterback comes out for the Patriots. It will be Tavion Woods. Empty set. Design keeper by Woods. Woods, right tackle, and tripped up and dropped. No gain.
Cambu stepping up for the tackle for the Timberwolves.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 14.
And one of those younger guys is going to be seeing a lot of playing time this year.
We'll move to the AA scoreboard. Kaiser leads Berkeley Springs 20-0. Bluefield leads Graham, Virginia 7-0. South Harrison leads Braxton County 6-0. Frankfort leads Moorfield 14-6. Snap back. Bubble screen that goes incomplete. Sherman Tide lead Liberty Raleigh 6-0. Logan defeated Man 39-7. Clay County leads Midland Trail 6-0. Battle of Mingo County. Mingo Central defeats Tug Valley 37-6 last night. Oak Glen defeated Weir 35-6. Philip Barber leads Grafton 7-0. The Dots of Polka lead Buffalo 13-0. Riverview leads Mountain View in the Battle of McDowell County 20-0. 3rd and 10. Woods drops back to pass, looking to throw, has time, steps up, now scrambles, throws it up to grabs and out of bounds. Good job by the Spring Valley secondary keeping their man in check. Woods had nowhere to go with it, and it's 4th down.
Woods throwing up a very questionable pass. He put it up there very clearly, throwing it out of bounds. Didn't get it out of bounds very far. That was a very catchable ball.
Punter has his heels on the goal line.
Had some issues with the snap last time they punted. Let's see if that continues.
Lusk handles this snap. Nice spiral. And it will take a very big GW roll to the Spring Valley 41.
Finally down at about the Spring Valley 41. That's where the Timberwolves.
It's a 45-yard net. Roane County leads Doddridge County 13-0. Chapmanville leads Scott 17-0. Ripley leads Sissonville 7-6, and Westside leads Wyoming East 6-0. We'll give you another scoreboard check at halftime.
With the new audio equipment this year, a big thank you to Giovanni's of Lavalette, and also thank you The Giovanni's of Westmoreland, they provided the token.
8.5 to go here. Spring Valley and GW are tied at 7. Both teams scored on their opening drives. Spring Valley going to spread it out a little bit. 2 wide to the near side, out of the shotgun. Lovejoy hands to Mathis. Mathis looking for running room. Hit in the backfield and dropped. Was not able to get the sideline. Mathis loses yards on the play, and they're behind the sticks, 2nd down.
Spring Valley spreading things out a little bit, trying to pull the defense out to the outside and give the backs a little running room. It's not really seemed to work. GW stacking that box, 5 down linemen, linebackers often showing blitz. Spring Valley really has to establish some kind of run game in order to spread this defense out a little bit.
Valley taking their sweet time on this play. Might have to burn a timeout. 3 on the play clock. Coach Dingus is unhappy. We're going to step aside on MyTown TV.
At Big Sandy Superstore, we support factories and workers right here in the USA. We're always looking for American-made brands that are built to last and made to matter. Because American-made means jobs and opportunities in our communities. You'll get big savings on American-made brands when you shop right here and can feel good knowing you're supporting your neighbors, friends, and family. Built here, sold here. Big Sandy Superstore.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry and Mike Myers bringing you all the action. We're produced this evening by Conley Wood and our cameraman's Evan Atkins. Here on MyTown TV, it is tied at 7 with 7:40 to go in the first half. Spring Valley facing a 2nd and 12. Lovejoy. Design keeper, that will go nowhere. Blown up in the backfield by number 66, James Payne.
James Payne with the tackle for the Patriots.
Payne, one of those very seasoned linemen for GW, having absolutely no issue ripping through the young Spring Valley offensive line. Spring Valley having some trouble getting a play in.
4 on the play clock. Yeah.
The land game call against Spring Valley. 5-yard penalty, so takes the ball back to the.
Every year we talk about the types of mistakes that you see on week 1. This is indicative of those.
You know,
3rd and 23.
You can give these guys a little bit of leeway, but again, all these penalty yards are just stacking up in a very tight game.
Lovejoy throws it complete up to the 40, bounces off one defender. Good gain to the 45-yard line. Cash Beckley with the reception.
Really solid game, but that just barely extends them past the original line of scrimmage.
Beckley, one of those other, another one of those, I'll get it out there eventually, young guys looking to make a name for himself. He's also the punter. Good snap. Beckley, rugby styles it. Dropped at the 30. We have a scrum for the football.
Bubble on the return.
We have flags on the play. So GW recovers the muffed kick at the 30, and then there was a bunch of extracurriculars. 3 flags on the play.
Laundry flying tonight. I was trying to see who was going to come up with that ball. Didn't see what the officials saw there.
Offsetting personal foul penalties, the ball will be placed at the 30, and that is where GW will take over with exactly 6 minutes to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 30 for the Patriots.
Gorgeous night for football here. Once the sun went down, it's perfect. Isabel hands it to Black. Black has a ton of running room. It's up to midfield. Stiff arms across the 40. It takes 2 Timberwolves to get him out of bounds. A huge gain. First down.
Black very dangerous, especially if he gets into open field. He's got that 5th gear he's able to throw down into and get a good burst of speed.
First and 10 for George Washington.
Spring Valley's defense doing a great job so far this game, not giving up.
Isabel, hard count, hands it to Black. Black, gang tackled for a minimal gain.
Black with the carry. Maynard leading the defense for Spring Valley.
Isaac Maynard with the tackle, number 51.
Aided by about half of the defensive unit there.
Second and 8.
Yeah, man, as a coach, that kind of warms my heart a little bit, seeing your defense, gang tackle. It's what you try and coach these guys up. You get that first initial contact. If you can't bring them down, you hold them up until the rest of your guys come there to help you.
Isbell, 2nd and 8, out of the shotgun. Handoff once again to Black. Black has the first down inside the 20. Gain of 10.
Good job by Black there, hitting the hole, showing that athleticism, able to cut back against the grain and pick up an extra couple of yards.
GW enters the red zone. They are 1 of 1 on red zone trips. Had a 1-yard touchdown rush. Tackle for loss.
GW trying to spread it out a little bit, bringing trips to the near side. Peyton Bailey on the stop for the Timberwolves. Great job.
Second down. Ball down to 21.
About a yard loss on the play.
Positive play for the Spring Valley defense on first down as we're inside 4 minutes.
Bailey stepping up from linebacker position on that play. Great job.
Isabel, design quarterback sweep. Will gain about 5. Third down.
Isabel with the keeper. Brought down by Caden Lovejoy. Ball at the 14, game about 7.
4 yards for the Patriots to get their next first down.
You're in field goal territory here at the 14. Spring Valley wants to hold GW to that field goal attempt. 3:08 to go with 13 on the play clock. Isabel with Black to his left, 4 on the play clock. Snaps off, hands it to Black. Black is going to be close. I'm not even going to venture a guess on this one.
It's really going to come down to where the officials decide to spot that ball. Looks like it's going to be just inside of the yard line. I believe they're going to measure this. If I had to guess, that's going to be a first down.
We'll stay here as they measure.
The officials have asked for a measurement.
2:37 to go in the half. Mike, let's look at both sides of this. 4th and inches, GW. You blow them off the ball, you got to run it, don't you? Or do you take your 3 points?
I think in this situation, with the success that GW's had running the ball, they just go for it. But I don't think they're going to need to here. That's short.
Short. 4th and a foot or 2.
You go for it. Spring Valley's been able to stop GW well enough, but I don't think they're going to be able to stop them for inches.
Do you sell out, though, if you're Spring Valley? We'll see.
I don't think so. Not with Black in the backfield. He's too much of a danger.
Isabel out of the shotgun. That's something about this offense. They're not built for short yardage situations. Isabel trying to pull the Valley off sides. They will keep it with Isabel, and it's going to be a yard gain for a first down. I know every old school football fan screams at the television when it is 4th and inches and the shotgun is shown.
I guess that makes me old.
Yeah. But it worked.
I mean, that to me is classic tush push. Just have your hosses fire off the ball and inch forward.
1st and goal from the 10. 2 minutes to go. Isabel hands it to Black. Black stood up and dropped. He'll gain a yard. Isaac Maynard with the tackle.
Second goal.
Big stand here for the Valley defense. If they can come up and only hold GW to 3, that will be a monumental effort.
Minute 20. G-Dub has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. 2nd and goal from the 8. Isabel with Black to his right out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it to Black. Black could have walked into the end zone. The Red Sea parted. 8-yard touchdown rush. It's 13-7 GW.
GW's double up back doing a great job of kind of pulling across the hole and kicking out the defensive line of Spring Valley. Open up a nice big hole for Black to just trot right into the end zone.
Freddie Smith on for the extra point.
So 13-7 with a minute and 2 seconds to go in the second half. As Teddy Smith is going to come to attempt the extra point.
Snap is low. Kick is up. And good. 62 seconds to go in the first half. It's 14-7 GW. We'll be back on MyTown TV.
1, 2, 3.
I was tired, wasn't getting very good sleep. I was dragging. I think deep down I knew something was wrong. Felt quite a bit of pain in my chest. Next thing you knew, I was doing a heart cath. I absolutely felt better immediately. Right back to work Monday morning with no kind of complications whatsoever. I know a lot about heating and air conditioning, but you guys are the ones that know about hearts.
Inspired heart care at UK King's Daughters.
Spring Valley trails GW 14-7 with a minute 2 to go in the first half. Matt Perry, I'm joined by Mike Myers as always, as we bring you opening night of the 2026 WVSSAC high school football season.
So excited to be back up in the booth tonight, Matt. You know, my absolute favorite time of year.
Teddy Smith has the ball teed up. Spring Valley will receive the opening kick of the second half, and they have no timeouts remaining. So I highly doubt, unless they get a good return, I don't think Valley's going to try to do much. We'll see, though. Smith pooches it. Fair catch called for and taken at the 24.
Max Moore makes the fair catch of the George Washington kickoff. Spring Valley will have the ball first.
Let's see if Valley's offense is able to do anything out of this bad situation.
George Washington brought their band, so we'll be serenaded twice this evening.
And Matt, as excited as I am to see high school football back, I'm equally excited to hear some high school marching bands.
That's great, Mike. Lovejoy in the shotgun. Hands it off on a jet sweep. Minimal gain. Landon Spencer ran into a wall. It's a gain of 2. I know what you mean, Mike. It just sounds like fall.
It does. And as a former band geek myself, I have to give props to the marching bands. You know, I always think of August practices of the football teams out there sweating on the field, but marching bands are out there too.
I wouldn't want to carry a tuba in 100-degree heat.
No.
Lovejoy. And we have a whistle. Another delay of game.
Delay of game penalty against the Timberwolves will set them back 5 yards. Ball down to the 20.
Difficult situation Valley finds themselves in the shadow of the half here. You have to wonder if the plan is just run the clock a little bit, get into the halftime and make some adjustments.
Lovejoy takes the knee. Unless GW chooses to stop the clock, that'll be it. And that is it. Spring Valley trails George Washington 14-7. We'll be back with our Buffalo Wild Wings halftime show on your home of Spring Valley Timberwolves football, MyTown TV.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pick 6 for $19.99 is the perfect meal for 2.
I can't believe we're on a date.
Oh, I'm just here for Pick 6.
Imagine what our kids would look like.
I don't want to have kids with you.
6 kids.
6!
Pick 6!
Wait, could we eat here every meal?
Yes.
All right, I'm down. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
They say products aren't built to last, and that they just don't make things like they used to. Since 1953, Big Sandy's been serving our customers quality and reliability at a great price. And that's why we're proud to carry Speed Queen, quality washers and dryers built here in America, with commercial-grade metal parts and backed by industry-leading warranties. Get the guaranteed lowest price and fast delivery on all Speed Queen appliances at Big Sandy's Superstore.
People like to ask us what we do. We do it all.
Hey fans, this is Tim Renfro. For the last 2 years, it's been my absolute privilege to represent you. During my term in office, the city has gotten stronger. We've done this in the most transparent of ways, with no closed meetings and no secrets. I'm asking for your continued support in my re-election effort. Thank you.
Trust is something earned, not given. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank, headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. We're at halftime here as Spring Valley trails George Washington 14-7. The marching Patriots are on the field. As we look at the half, let's do our scoring summary. George Washington struck first with 7:09 to go in the first quarter. A 1-yard touchdown rush by Tavion Woods gave George Washington the 7-0 lead. Spring Valley answered on the next drive, 6:18 to go in the first quarter. A 67-yard Colton Mathis touchdown scamper tied the ball game up at 7. It was back and forth with punts after that until with 1:02 to go in the second quarter. An 8-yard touchdown rush by Jaden Black gives us our halftime score of 14-7. Mike and I talked about the keys to the game in the pregame, and let's go back and look at those because they have played a huge role in this ball game. The first key was to win first down and stay on schedule. Spring Valley has not been able to do that. Spring Valley has gotten behind the sticks far too many times on first and second down and has led to long third down conversions needed. Establish the running game. Spring Valley did hit the home run with the 67-yard touchdown rush, but other than that, it has been slow going for the Timberwolves. Limit the explosive plays. While there have been a few big gains for the Patriots, mostly it's been methodical, down the field, smash mouth football that has got the Patriots their 14-7 lead. And the line of scrimmage has told the tale. GW is winning the battle in the trenches, and it has led to the 14-7 score that we have at the half. We're going to step aside here in our Buffalo Wild Wings halftime report with Spring Valley trailing 14-7. We'll be back on MyTown TV.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pick 6 for $19.99 is the perfect meal for two.
I can't believe we're on a date.
Oh, I'm just here for pick 6.
Imagine what our kids would look like.
I don't want to have kids with you.
6 kids.
6!
Pick 6!
Wait, could we eat here every meal?
Yes.
All right, I'm down. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
It's never been easier to replace your kitchen appliances with the ultimate kitchen bundle at Big Sandy Superstore. What's a kitchen bundle? Choose your fridge, choose your range, dishwasher, and microwave. Pick the finish you love and upgrade individual pieces to fit your needs. Need a French door fridge? Done. Wall oven and cooktop? You got it. When you bundle, you save hundreds. Buy the refrigerator and range, get the dishwasher and microwave free at Big Sandy Superstore.
When you're stressed, you come get a massage, it just melts it away. I started having major muscle spasms, and the pain was so excruciating, I couldn't move my left arm. I was wondering how I was going to support my family. From the get-go, they made me feel important, that I wasn't just another patient. I knew immediately when I woke up after surgery, I was free of pain. My future looked a little brighter.
Inspired neurosurgical care at UK King's Daughters.
Download our app today.
Whoa! Ranger Rodney here.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards? Give me that. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Parks Reward. Return, refresh, refuel.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry, Mike Myers, producer Conley Wood, and cameraman Evan Atkins bringing you all the action on opening night of the WVSSAC football season as Spring Valley trails George Washington 14-7. Let's do a quick MyTown scoreboard check for our MyTown clubs in the tri-state area. Last score we got, Rock Hill leads Boyd County 14-7. Russell leads Greenup County 14-7, and both of those are nearing the first half. Waiting on a Rowan County update when we can get one. The state of West Virginia scoreboard, let's go to 4A. George Rogers Clark leads Huntington 14-7. Martinsburg leads Hedgesville 60-0 at halftime.
I think Hedgesville's got a real shot at that one.
Cabell Midland and Oak Hill, we do not have an update. Future opponent for the Wolves, future as in next week. Parkersburg, they trail Morgantown 13-3. Park South leads Wheeling Park 14-7. Hampshire leads Preston 12-0. An ad is blocking the next game. Spring Mills leads Jefferson 21-6. University leads Musselman 21-3. And Woodrow Wilson leads at the half over Washington 48-12 as we move to AAA, Mike.
Bridgeport playing host to Buchanan Upshur. And the Buccaneers having some issues tonight. Bridgeport leads 56-0 in the third.
I want to take this opportunity that I am on television and that I have an audience to, even though they're losing tonight, Buchanan Upshur treated my Little League team, my Cerrito Canova Wonders. We were playing in the state championship, and Buchanan Upshur opened up their athletic facilities in the summertime so that my Cerrito Canova Wonders could prepare and use their field and facilities for the state championship game that we were playing away from home up in Bridgeport. And I am forever grateful, and I wanted to publicly acknowledge the class and the just being great people in Buchanan Upshur.
True class acts up there in Upshur County. North Marion leading East Fairmont, defeating East Fairmont 24-0. Elkins playing host to AA Lincoln, all tied up at 14 at the half. Herbert Hoover playing host to the Polar Bears of Fairmont Senior. The Polar Bears trail 29-3 at the half. It's not often we get to see the Fairmont Senior trailing so far in a football game. Robert C. Byrd travels to Lewis County. Robert C. Byrd leads 8-5 in the second half. I'm going to remember how to do a scoreboard update. The Monarchs of John Marshall trailing 21-10 at the third quarter against Marietta, Ohio. Future opponent of Spring Valley Riverside, 7-7 against Lincoln County at the half. Pikeview leads Summers County 28-8 in the third. Point Pleasant trails Fairland, Ohio 14-7 at the half. Princeton leaving very little doubt against the Cougars of Capital. The Tigers lead 35-0 in the second. Shady Springs having an easy time with St. Albans. Shady Springs leads 26-0 in the second. South Charleston again knocking off Nitro by a colossal 67-0. And of course here at the Wolves Den, Spring Valley Timberwolves trail the Patriots of George Washington 14-7.
Ashland's leading at the half 21-14. Russell and Greenup are tied at 14 at the half. And Round County trails 21-7 at the half. We'll be back with the AA and single A scoreboard checks as the Marching Patriots exit the field on the Buffalo Wild Wings halftime show on MyTown TV.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
No one likes waiting, and with Signarama, you won't have to. Give us a call today.
When it comes to your future, don't just swing. Knock it out of the park and apply to Ashland Community and Technical College. With hands-on training and career-focused programs, step up to the plate. Apply today at ashland.kctcs.edu.
Ashland deserves leadership that is steady and strategic with a bold vision for the future. That's exactly how I lead. Forward with smart growth. Forward with responsible budgeting. Forward with safe neighborhoods and strong infrastructure. Forward with the opportunity for the next generation. I'm Amanda Clark, and I'm asking for your vote for the Ashland City Commission.
Mom, what's for dinner?
Welcome back to the Wolves Den as the Marching Timberwolves take the field. Matt Perry and Mike Myers here with you. Let's check our MyTown scoreboard as most games have now moved to the half. The great crew that is MyTown TV has been sending us updates. Here we go. Ashland leads at the half, 21-14. Russell and Greenup County is tied at 14. Boyd County and Rock Hill are tied at 14 at the half. And at the half, East Carter leads Round County 21-7. Now we go back to the state of West Virginia in AA. Kaiser leads Berkeley Springs 27-6. Bluefield leads Graham, Virginia 14-7. There is a big score happening in southern Wayne County, the battle for the county seat. Tulsa leads Wayne 33-0. South Harrison leads Braxton County 6-0. Frankfort leads Moorfield 14-6. The Armstrong, Pennsylvania Riverhawks lead Independence 14-7. James Monroe leads Greenbrier East 7-0. Sherman leads Liberty Raleigh 28-20. Logan defeated the Hillbillies from Man 39-7. Clay County leads Midland Trail 12-6. Mingo Central won the Battle of Mingo County over Tug Valley 37-6. Oak Glen defeated Weir 35-0. Scoreless in Petersburg against Pendleton County. Philip Barber leads Grafton 7-0. The Dots lead Buffalo 26-0. Williamstown leads Ravenswood 42-0. Riverview is leading the Battle of McDowell County 34-0 over Mount View. Round County leads Doddridge County 19-0. Chapmanville over Scott 24-0 at the half. Sissonville over Ripley 19-7 at the half. And Westside leads Wyoming East 14-13.
Over in Single A, Calhoun County leading Gilmer County 28-14 in the third. Somebody in Marshall County knows how to win a football game as the Cameron Dragons defeat Clay Battelle 42-0. East Hardy leads Madonna 13-0 in the first. Magnolia trailing Frontier, Ohio 25-6 at the half. Meadowbridge leads Montcalm 6-0 in the third. Webster County leads Richwood 27-0 in the second. Scoreless out of Tulsa. Tucker County leads Pocahontas County 8-7 in the third. Valley Wetzel leads Tigris Valley 12-0 at the half. The White Falcons of Wahama lead Ritchie County 21-0 in the second. Wahama. Go White Falcons. Wheeling Central leading Perry Academy of Pennsylvania Commodores. That's a mouthful. 29-8 at the half. And finishing out your scoreboard for the state of West Virginia, Work County and Greenbrier County, or Greenbrier West, play tomorrow.
Play tomorrow. We're going to step aside for our last break here in the Buffalo Wild Wings halftime show. Spring Valley trails GW 14-7. We'll be back on MyTown TV.
Download our app today.
Whoa! Ranger Rodney here.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards? Give me that. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Parks Reward. Return, refresh, refuel.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for two.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick 6 meal for two for $19.99.
No one likes waiting, and with Sinorama, you won't have to. Give us a call today.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
I'm Ryan Smith, co-owner of Kingdom First Construction. We proudly support MyTown TV and all student athletes. For all your construction needs, contact us through Facebook or by the number below.
I was tired, wasn't getting very good sleep. I was dragging. I think deep down I knew something was wrong. Felt quite a bit of pain in my chest. Next thing you knew, I was doing a heart cath. I absolutely felt better immediately. Right back to work Monday morning with no kind of complications whatsoever. I know a lot about heating and air conditioning, but you guys are the ones that know about hearts.
Inspired heart care at UK King's Daughters.
Your family deserves nothing but the best.
The sky's the limit. Drew and Jonathan's Modular One sofas and sectionals at Big Sandy. They're fully customizable, oh so comfortable, and affordable. Modular One can be designed precisely to your liking, with multiple available pieces to choose from in 7 great colors, starting at $4.99. Pick what you need, combine, adjust, that's it. Your room, your way.
Shop Drew and Jonathan Home at Big Sandy Superstore.
Mom, what's for dinner?
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Welcome back to the Wolves' Den as the Marching Timberwolves finish up their set. GW leads Spring Valley 14-7. Spring Valley will start with the football in the start of the second half.
Spring Valley Timberwolves band.
Yeah, I'd say, Matt, we're up here as a Spring Valley broadcast as we've been for so many years, but I have to say it's important for us to also stay fair and balanced. And as such, I have to say this is a much closer football game than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
You know, there are a lot of people that expected the Patriots to come out here and absolutely dominate Spring Valley, and very, very good job so far from this young Timberwolf team to come out and, force GW to play on their terms and really hold back this potentially very potent offense.
Yeah, that's what I discussed in our first segment of the halftime show. Is it hasn't really been Spring Valley has limited for the most part the big plays. There was one big hitter, but it's mostly been methodical by GW.
Yes. We said in the pregame this is really going to be a test for the Valley line. It's a crew that's going to have to grow up very quickly in the trenches, and I have to say they have done an impeccable job. Is there some work to be done? Absolutely, 100%. But you could say that of really any team in the first game of their season. So overall, I give them a solid A. And hopefully with the conclusion of halftime here, the players have had an opportunity to receive some adjustments from the coaches, have an opportunity to get a little bit of a rest, because this has been a battle on this football field tonight. Hopefully Spring Valley comes out with some answers for Jaden Black, who's been an absolute weapon for the Patriots tonight.
If you missed it last night in the college football world, we had a couple of huge upsets. You had Division II teams taking down Division I teams. Morehead State was upset by Ohio Dominican last night in 3 overtimes in Morehead.
I was listening to the radio this morning on my way into work, and there were some apologies for the duration of that game. That was a long one.
Of course, area schools will kick off mostly next week. As our alma mater travels to Happy Valley.
Big game for Marshall. A friend that I work with as a part of the Marshall team, he's works for DV Sport, who manages the sideline equipment for all NCAA schools as well as the NFL. He's a devout Penn State fan, so anxious to see how the herd shows up when they travel to take on the Nittany Lions. Hopefully I'll be able to give my friend a little bit of a razzing a little bit.
All you UK fans, they start off with the Penguins of Youngstown State next week. And Louisville will take on the Rebels of Ole Miss next Sunday. So area colleges are getting into the swing of things. There's another team in the northern part of the state of West Virginia that we will not speak of on this broadcast.
I have to give a little bit of a shout out. The CK Wonders Youth League takes the field tomorrow morning for their season openers at the Ward Craycraft Stadium.
Future Wolves in training. Both sides future Wolves.
Yeah. The Tigers of Vincent travel to CK.
It's been about almost 30 years since the high schools closed, but still CK and Vincent's fun. It's always going to be fun.
You know, it's kind of exciting to see these kids as they develop, and to see the ability on both sides of the ball, and know that in just a few years they're all going to put on the Spring Valley uniforms and suit up here on Friday nights and have both of those programs combined. All three, because let's not forget about Buffalo.
Spring Valley looking to square things up here as they receive the opening second half kickoff. Kick falls in no man's land, taken at the 10. And the 15. Mathis is tripped up at the 24. If they wouldn't have got the shoestring tackle, it might have been something big, but instead it is a minimal gain on the return and 1st and 10 for the Timberwolves.
Good job by Mathis keeping his balance there, probably a little longer than he probably should have, picking up an extra couple of yards.
1st and 10 for the Valley at the 24-yard line. Lovejoy takes the snap, hands it to Mathis. Mathis Looking for running room, changes direction, making men miss. This might. Oh, there's the flag. Mathis is still running, but the block in the Black's back is going to be called after a gain of 10.
Mathis ran about 90 yards there to pick up about 4.
He's shifty.
Very good description. Very shifty back.
Thank you. Reminds all of us CK kids as we were growing up of Bub Taylor. Looks a lot like Bub Taylor out there. Shifty. On the small size. Him and Dale Billum on that 1994 state championship team. Not the biggest backs in the world, but they were tough to bring down. Lovejoy in the shotgun. Rolls out, looking to throw. He decides to throw it deep. Has a receiver wide open. Makes the man miss at the 40, 30, 25. First down. Spring Valley, beautiful throw and catch. Oh, goodness. An eligible receiver downfield wipes out the play. That negates a huge play.
Spring Valley with a huge momentum swing in their favor, only to have it brought back.
That is 2 straight first downs wiped out.
It's about a 1st and 20.
First and 21 for the Wolves. Handoff right tackle. Gain of a yard.
Moves the ball to the 14. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 20.
You can feel the air just get sucked out of the Wolves' den after that call.
Something that we need to keep an eye on is how slow Spring Valley got their play calls in. They had to burn all 3 of their timeouts on the offensive side of the ball. Lovejoy scrambles, throws complete to Beckley. Beckley lowers his shoulder to gain 6, 3rd down. Beckley and Cam Booth have one of my favorite stories from my entire teaching career. So, I teach history, and I was teaching them about medieval siege weapons, and they asked my permission if they could go in their dad's garage, Cash's dad's garage, and make a actual size trebuchet. And they made it to scale, and we shot baseballs at CK Middle School out of a trebuchet with those 2 kids.
That's amazing.
It was awesome. Handoff to Mathis. Mathis will lose yardage, and it's 4th down. You know, as a teacher, it makes you like, oh, man, these kids are that into it that they're going to put in their own time, and they literally built it. It was really cool. I take no liability for any damages that a trebuchet may have made in the Spring Valley area. Cash is back to punt. Pretty good punt. But it will take a GW bounce and stay in Spring Valley territory at the 44.
Ball is down at the Timberwolf 44.
It's a 20, roughly about a 27-yard punt.
Spring Valley's defense coming in here really going to have to bow their back and try and get the ball back into the hands of the offense.
The other two Wayne County high schools battling in the battle of the county seat. Tulsa leads Wayne 33-0. It's been a while since Tulsa has defeated Wayne. That's going to be they're going to be partying in Glen Hayes tonight.
Go Rabels.
Back to throw and complete on the, oh goodness, 30, 25, 20, 15, stiff arms and open field tackle will stop the touchdown run. Mathis saves the touchdown, but it's 1st and 10.
Ball is at the 12, 1st and 10 for George Washington.
It's another example of arm tackling, Matt.
This is GW's 3rd trip to the red zone. They are perfect on their previous 2 trips. Isabel hands off. Black will get near the 5, gain of 7.
Good solid run by Black. Not pushing it too quick. Falls in behind his offensive line. Lets the big guys do the work for him.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Isabel takes the snap, hands it, nope, fakes the handoff to Black, dances in the backfield, tries to get the sideline, and will be stopped for a yard. Third and 2 from the 4. Midway through the 3rd quarter, GW looking to make this a 2-score ball game. Isabel, of course, stays in the shotgun. Black to his left. Takes the snap, hands it to Black. Black scores. 4-yard touchdown rush, and GW leads 20-7.
For a touchdown for the Patriots.
Black will make it into the box score on that run, but that was full credit going to the offensive line there. Just sealing off the defense of the Timberwolves. I'm pretty sure I could have run the ball in, Matt.
I've seen you run. Maybe.
That is not a compliment.
Maybe you could have done it.
Hey, I could have walked briskly into the end zone.
There might have been some CLs torn in whatever knee, but
oh, for sure.
The kick is up, and it is good. With 6:39 to go here in the 3rd quarter, GW leads Spring Valley 21-7. We'll be back on MyTown TV.
1, 2, 3.
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry, Mike Myers, producer Conley Wood, and cameraman Evan Atkins bringing you all the action here. As Spring Valley trails GW 21-7.
Not exactly what I would call an ideal situation for the Timberwolves. The offense really has to get something going here if they have any hopes of staying in this ball game.
Spring Valley were moving the ball on their first drive of the second half, but penalties absolutely decimated any momentum on that drive. Landon Spencer returns it.
Decent field position for Valley.
Valley has the first and 10 after 30.
70 yards to go to get back in this ball game, but a very staunch defense standing in front of their.
Spring Valley will return next week on Friday night. It'll be Mike and myself again, bringing you all the action as the Big Reds will travel to Wayne County and take on the Timberwolves. Hand off to Mathis. Mathis, huge hole to the 40 and the 45. He is spun down, but a gain of 15. First and 10 for the Timberwolves.
Avon Brockman with the, we'll call it tackle. The grip strength on that young man, able to hold on to the jersey.
Valley marching near midfield. First and 10. Lovejoy out of the pistol. Van Arsdale's is up back. Mathis is his tailback. Takes the snap, hands it to Mathis. Mathis cuts back in the hole and will gain 3. About 2.5 or 3. Second down. Little jump cut in the hole. Don't know if it hurt him or helped him on that one, but second down.
The defensive line of the Patriots just blowing Spring Valley off the ball. The battle in the trenches is not going in the favor of the Timberwolves.
Lovejoy. Play action. Sets his shoulders and throws. Incomplete. We have a flag on the play.
Lovejoy is getting up off the ground in the vicinity of the flag.
Roughing the passer.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, a call against George Washington.
And Spring Valley is given life.
Territory and give the Timberwolves a first down.
Big break for the Timberwolves here.
First and 10 for the Wolves at the GW 38-yard line. 5:13 to go. Ben Spicer sending us a score update. It is Boyd County. The Lions lead Rock Hill 20-14 in the third quarter. Handoff goes nowhere. Mathis even loses a yard. I've been told that I have mispronounced the medieval device that I talked about, so I'm not going to say it again. My feelings are hurt.
A trebuchet?
I was judged harshly.
Loss on the play, back to the 39, second and 11.
Second and 11.
I mean, I'm personally offended if your West Virginia accent is not properly able to articulate a medieval French word. How dare you?
I'll survive. Man in motion. Hand off, and it's a pass. Trick play, and it's picked off. And we got flags everywhere.
That is... Many, many flags.
Landon Spencer throws the interception. I hate to assume, but it was in the area of defensive pass interference.
Again, learning some new names and numbers here, but the Spring Valley receiver was tackled long before he ever had the ball.
So Spring Valley, with the aid of at least 30 yards in penalty yards, are now knocking on the door of the red zone. They have to capitalize here with 4:12 to go in the third quarter, trailing GW 21-7. I formation, Van Arsdale is the fullback. Hands off left tackle to the standing tailback, number 20, Peyton Bailey.
Gets it down to about the 20 for a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
It's a good gain by the offense, able to get the ball moving just a little bit. The Patriots still stacking that box. 5 down linemen, and they're bringing up a linebacker most plays.
Second and 6. Handoff. Nowhere. Third down.
Bailey with the carry, no gain on the play. Third down, 6.
Spring Valley having some decent success outside the tackles tonight, but in between, they're just getting swallowed up by that big defensive line.
Third and 6 at the 20 for the Timberwolves. Mathis is Lovejoy's tailback out of the shotgun. Lovejoy keeps it. It was designed keeper.
Take Lovejoy with the keeper, no gain on the play. Stops at the 20, 4th and 6.
MyTown TV update. East Carter leads Rowan County 28-7 in the third quarter.
We'll be drawing for the 50.
Looks like Spring Valley's going to go for it. Not really much of an option here.
Now you have to. You just really wish it wasn't 4th and 6. Lovejoy takes the snap, and it's a busted play. He's going to have to just throw it downfield, and it is intercepted inside the 10 and returned past the 15.
It looked like Spring Valley was going to try and hard count, but the center snapped the ball.
Will be George Washington football.
Quite frankly, not much Lovejoy can do. It was 4th down. He had to throw it up. It was picked off.
All right, our winning ticket is an orange ticket. Orange ticket.
Really, other than an interception going on Lovejoy's stat sheet, I mean, that play kind of was just a net neutral for both teams.
Isabel in the shotgun. Drops back. Under pressure. Throws. Complete. A lot of running room in the flat. Spin move up to the 30 and the 40. That is a gain of 22 for the Patriots. All right, Van Arsdale is injured behind the play. We'll step aside on MyTown TV.
1, 2, 3.
Download our app today.
Whoa! Ranger Rodney here.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards?
Give me that. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, Parker. Parks Reward. Return, refresh, refuel.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Welcome back as Jake Van Arsdale leaves under his own power. GW leads Spring Valley 21-7. Matt Perry and Mike Myers bringing you all the action tonight. Happy to be back in the saddle once again. Isabel takes the snap, hands to Black. Black, and a lot of running room. To the 40, spins out of the tackle to the 25, and we have a flag on the play.
Spring Valley territory, we have a flag on the play.
So if that's not a late hit on Spring Valley, I will be shocked. Personal foul against Spring Valley.
Personal foul against Spring Valley.
First down for the Patriots as they look to put this one out of reach. We're going to have a timeout called by the Wolves. We'll stay right here. All right, Mike, so we talked about the pups needing to become Wolves real fast. You can tell that these kids are learning and growing because they are getting pushed around in this second half.
You know, if you look at the size of these two teams, there isn't a huge discrepancy between them. The really big deciding factor, and we've seen it all game long, is the experience. You know, when you have two fairly evenly matched guys across the line from each other, the one that's going to win is the one that has been under the lights on Friday nights more often. And on both sides of the ball, across every aspect, that has been GW tonight. But I will give credit where credit is due. Valley has put up a monumental fight, and they have done much better than I think a lot of people would have expected coming in this fresh.
Another score update from Glen Hayes, West Virginia, down in Wayne County. Tulsa leads Wayne 42-0. As a former teacher at Tulsa High, I can tell you that there's no better feeling for those folks than beating the Wayne Pioneers. Isabel sweeps left, and he scored. Nope, well, they're going to say he scored.
There's a penalty flag on the far side of the field.
I thought maybe he might have fumbled it through the end zone, but we do have a flag as well.
All the way back on the back side of the field, around the line of scrimmage.
Let's look at this replay here while we have a moment. I don't know if he controlled this into the end zone. Oh, that was generous giving him a touchdown. I think it should be Spring Valley ball and a touchback. But, of course, there's no reviewing it or anything. But for the benefit of our great cameraman upstairs, Evan Atkins, getting us that shot, it looked like he fumbled it across the line. All right, so the touchdown stands.
Smith on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good. A controversial call, but GW leads 28-7. We'll be back on My Town TV.
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry, Mike Myers, Evan Atkins, and Conley Wood bringing you all the action. GW leads Spring Valley 28-7, and the kickoff will take place from midfield after the penalty. Actually, I missed 5 yards. It's going to be kicked from the Timberwolf 45.
Yeah, Matt, the beauty of your home of the Timberwolves being on my town, we can go back and we can watch the plays. And I can say with relative certainty that was a fumble on the touchdown.
Yeah, it looks like it should have been a touchback, but it turned into 6 for the Patriots. And we're going to have a competition to see how far you can kick it through the back of the end zone, and it's touchback. All right, let's check our MyTown scoreboard as we go around here. Russell leads Greenup County 22-14. Ashland leads 42-21. East Carter still leads Rowan County 28-7. And your other MyTown game, Spring Valley we trail 28-7 to GW. Huntington leads George Rogers Clark 14. Martinsburg leads Hedgesville 74-0. Midland looking to get in the win column. They lead Oak Hill 27-6. Lovejoy takes the snap. Design keeper. Will slide out of bounds. Morgantown, the Mohegans lead the Big Reds 13-9. Wheeling Park leads Park South 21-14. Hampshire leads Preston 24-12. Spring Mills leads Jefferson 42-19. University leads Musselman 35-3, and Woodrow Wilson leads Washington 55-18. Second and 7 for the Wolves. Hands it to Mathis. Mathis had nowhere to go on that sweep. They swept to the short side, and by the time he turned the corner, he was out of bounds.
Mathis ran to the 25, gain of 2. Third down and 5 for Spring Valley.
All right, we'll step aside on MyTown TV.
1, 2, 3.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
People like to ask us what we do. We do it all.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry, Mike Myers, producer Conley Wood, and cameraman Evan Atkins bringing you all the action. I really don't know what the stoppage was for there. It might have been an equipment issue, but we got a timeout out of it as Spring Valley trails GW 28-7. We're trying to keep you abreast of all of the MyTown games a little bit better this year. So the next update we have, Rock Hill just took the lead in the third quarter. They lead 21-20 in the third, and Rowan County play-by-play man Nathan River lets us know that they have inched closer, and they trail East Carter 28-14 in the third quarter. I formation. Quarterback keeper. Lovejoy scampers to the sideline. Fourth down.
And mark him about a yard short.
Now or never. Spring Valley keeps the offense on the field. They'll stay in the I formation. Van Arsdale's the fullback. They'll hand it to the tailback. That's Bailey on the carry, and he does get the first down.
A dive over the line and rolling for an extra yard or two.
And a Spring Valley first down.
Third quarter winding down.
Third quarter that's been all Patriots.
Valley will have to run one more play before the clock winds to 0.
They'll just stay in this bunched I formation. Hand off to Van Arsdale. Van Arsdale will cross the 35 to the 36. It's a gain of 5, and that's the end of the third quarter. GW leads Spring Valley 28-7. We'll be back on MyTown TV.
Cycling with my wife was a lifestyle for me. The more and more I cycled, the harder and harder it was to get out of chairs. It was restricting everything that I could do. The ultimate result was hip replacements. King's Daughters, they were fantastic. The same day I got home from the hospital, I hopped right on my bike. Knowing that you can get back on your bike and go out and accomplish something that you didn't think you'd be able to, it's just amazing.
Inspired Orthopedics Care at UK King's Daughters.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
Mom, what's for dinner?
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry and Mike Myers here with you. It's the start of the fourth quarter, and Spring Valley trails GW 28-7. Score update. Rowan County scores again on MyTown TV School. They trail East Carter 28-21 at the start of the fourth quarter. 14 unanswered for Rowan County there. I have to be polite when we talk about Rowan County. My boss is their play-by-play guy, the assistant principal at Boyd County Middle School. So I have to be, courteous. It's no fun. Lovejoy under center. Handoff to tailback. We'll get you a name on that. Looked like it was number 7. Ethan Washington.
As unfortunate of a situation as the Timberwolves find themselves in here tonight, every play that these young men are able to get in is just that little bit more experience on Friday night, which later on in the season is going to make a big difference.
We'll be back here next week. Parkersburg travels, takes on Spring Valley. We actually have broadcasts for you the next 2 weeks after tonight, as Mike and I get to do a bucket list check, and we will be bringing you a game from the Jones C. Edwards Stadium, a Division I college football stadium, as Spring Valley hosts the Huntington Highlanders.
I was fortunate enough to spend the afternoon at the Joan today with Marshall scrimmage going on, and great job by the facilities crew getting that amazing stadium ready. The whole place has been pressure washed top to bottom, and it is sparkling.
Lovejoy under center on 2nd and 9. Play action. Throws. Incomplete.
That has to be a giant nerd. I saw one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life today. A pressure washing drone.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was really neat.
Yeah. The older I get, the more I appreciate the pressure washer. I know they even have video games for, and I used to be like, wow, it is extremely satisfying. I was pressure washing my concrete last weekend, and it was just like, I can't explain it.
Just the cathartic experience of pressure washing.
I guess it's just, it's another thing when you reach 40.
Welcome into the fold, buddy.
Yep. Lovejoy scrambles, rolls out, keeps it. And he will be forced out of bounds, short of the sticks.
Lovejoy takes the ball up to about the 46. Ball is placed on the 45 at the game.
Ooh, they said he went out of bounds well before the sticks.
It was a very, very unfavorable spot. Can't say as I agree with that one there, Matt.
Well, regardless, it's going to be 4th and 6, and it is do or die for the Timberwolves. Lovejoy in the shotgun. All right, we have pre-snap movement. Offsides on GW. It'll be 4th and short.
Offside call against the Patriots. That'll move the ball to midfield and make it 4th down and 1.
Lovejoy continue his marathon training as he runs the play in.
I want to thank everybody that is following along on Facebook, YouTube, you name it. We greatly appreciate you. 4th and 1. Handoff to Mathis. Mathis will have the first down. Keeps his legs a-churning inside the 45 to the 44. It is 1st and 10. So again, we thank everybody for watching, and I love the partnership between MyTown.TV and Spring Valley High School. Spring Valley marching down the field into GW territory, 1st and 10 at the Patriot 44 with 10 minutes to go in this ball game. Ultimately, Spring Valley has been worn down by the massive interior line of George Washington. Pitch left. Mathis to the 35, nearing the 30. First half, it was a 14-7 ball game, but Spring Valley's been worn down in the second half. Looking on the sideline, Cam Booth, his arm seems to be in a sling. I hope that's a precautionary situation as he has come out of this game.
Yeah, preseason indicators said Booth is going to be a real impact player for Valley on the defensive side of the ball. Hopefully it's a short recovery and we'll see him back out here next week.
Handoff to Van Arsdale. Van Arsdale spun around across the 30. Second down.
Gain of 4 on the play to the 28, 2nd and 6.
You got yours then, Matt. I'll give my special shout out to a very special Spring Valley fan all the way up in Wheeling, West Virginia. My mom tuning in, a converted Spring Valley faithful all the way up in northern Marshall County.
Design keeper. Goes nowhere. Hey, Mama Myers. Great lady who's taken care of me over the years.
Here's hoping they're having some DeCarlos just for you, Matt.
No. No. Greenup scores with 8:28 in the fourth. 2-point conversion is good. It's tied, Greenup and Russell, 22-all. I'm afraid like I would get like some sort like sued for saying it on television, like my opinion about Northern Panhandle pizza.
About how wonderful it is?
Like I said, I don't want to like get in some sort of legal trouble. Play action. Thrown down the middle of the field, and it is broken up nicely. DJ Spencer saves a touchdown, and it's 4th down.
Gabe Chambers almost coming down with that. Great effort by the young man.
At the 27.
7:50 to go, Spring Valley, 4th and 4, excuse me. At the G-Dub 26. I formation. Toss sweep near side. It's impossible for me to see that sideline, so we're just going to wait for an indication. He's short. GW takes over, 1st and 10.
Stop short of the 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 for George Washington at the Patriots 24.
7:45 left in the ball game. Again, Spring Valley just getting in the valuable experience here on Friday night. Patriots line up. Woods, shotgun, standing tail to his right. Snap is back, hand off to Black. Black finding lots of running room, shaking multiple tackles. Again, Black just a fantastic runner for the Patriots, and there's laundry on the field. Probably going to be a late hit against Spring Valley. You know, a troublesome amount of late hits on the part of Spring Valley tonight. You know, there's a certain number of penalties you kind of have to allow early on in the season. You know, the occasional hold, the occasional block in the back, but so many late hits, it is honestly concerning.
Coach Dingus said he had a young and small team, and that has come to fruition in the second half.
And not the big juggernauts up front we're accustomed to from Spring Valley. It's like Isabel back to pass. Completes for a 1st down. Rowan Ford on the reception.
Spring Valley's going to use a timeout.
Spring Valley calls timeout.
As Spring Valley takes a timeout, we will step aside on your home for Spring Valley football, MyTown TV.
Big Sandy Superstore, we support factories and workers right here in the USA. We're always looking for American-made brands that are built to last and made to matter. Because American-made means jobs and opportunities in our communities. You'll get big savings on American-made brands when you shop right here and can feel good knowing you're supporting your neighbors, friends, and family. Built here, sold here. Big Sandy Superstore.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Spring Valley trailing the GW Patriots 28-7 with 7.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. The Patriots are pushing down the field. Isabel shovel pass to his wide out. Good tackle by Spring Valley.
DJ Spencer on the reception, technically.
Peyton Bailey on the stop for the Timberwolves. As we said early on in the broadcast, this was going to be a real test for Spring Valley. The interior linemen, both offensively and defensively, were really going to have to show their mettle tonight. And even with the score being what it is, I have to say they have done a very good job. Isabel shotgun, standing tail to his right, splits to both sides. Snap is back, drops back to pass. Bubble, and the pass is incomplete. A little bit over the head of his intended receiver. Number 6, DJ Spencer.
You talk about, moral victories in football. While the first half did go well for Spring Valley, I think you're in danger of getting your morale kicked down a little bit, giving up 3 unanswered touchdowns here in the second half.
Yeah, you're not wrong, and I think the game is now going as a lot of people had predicted. Maybe not necessarily at the consistent rate. Spring Valley did very well in the first half, struggling here in the second, but there's glimmers of hope here for the season. Isabel takes a snap, hands off to Black. Black just continues to rumble down the Spring Valley field.
And that's the first down for the Patriots.
The Patriots definitely found their workhorse in that young man.
Black falls forward every time. I have not seen him be pushed back once this evening. He has that uncanny ability to always gain the extra couple of feet.
He's one of these backs that, regardless of the situation he's in, his legs are constantly pumping. You never see him standing still trying to just muscle his way. He's working those quads. Isabel trips to his far side, hand up, keeper, fake to Black.
Nice form tackle there.
Cash Lovejoy with a tackle that, quite frankly, gets me excited. That was a beautiful form tackle.
And from a little guy, too.
That's how the little guys bring down the big guys. You do it properly.
Beautiful.
If only my C-teamers would listen.
What, you mean it's not easy teaching a bunch of 8-year-olds to tackle?
Oh, no, it's fantastically simple.
That shovel pass is going to go in the end zone. Touchdown, G-Dub.
Beautifully executed. Davon Brockman. It's a very simple shovel pass. And you really can't find any issue there. A very well executed play. Spring Valley continuing to struggle defensively.
3 unanswered touchdowns for the Patriots.
Snaps back, kick is up, and it is good. The Patriots extend their lead 35-7. We'll be back on your home of Spring Valley Timberwolves football, MyTown TV.
1, 2, 3.
I was tired, wasn't getting very good sleep. I was dragging. I think deep down I knew something was wrong. Felt quite a bit of pain in my chest. Next thing you knew, I was doing a heart cath. I absolutely felt better immediately. Right back to work Monday morning with no kind of complications whatsoever. I know a lot about heating and air conditioning, but you guys are the ones that know about hearts.
Inspired Heart Care at UK King's Daughters.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Spring Valley trailing the Patriots of GW 35-7. Just under 5 minutes left in the ball game. Spring Valley struggling offensively and defensively tonight, but not all hope is lost. There are glimmers of hope here. This young team is showing that they're ready to play some football, get some more experience here on Friday nights, and there's a decent football team here waiting for us. A bouncing kick fielded very poorly by the upback. Spring Valley does manage to recover it.
Big matchup in 4A. George Rogers Clark. They've now opened up a sizable lead over Huntington. They lead the Highlanders 35-17.
Ooh.
John Marshall on a warpath in the second half. They lead Marietta, Ohio 37-28. They were down multiple scores at the half.
Maybe they heard my comment.
They didn't want Cameron to be the only team that won in Marshall County.
Good. Lovejoy, shotgun formation, standing tail to his left. Handoff.
We actually got a new quarterback in there.
Is that not?
Lane Beckley, the ball carrier. Ball at the 40.
So it is.
Gain of 6. Second and 4.
And now we run into the issue of no names that go with numbers.
I feel like I needed to give a public service announcement before we have to get all the messages on Facebook and YouTube. We do not have the full roster. We apologize.
The SSAC did not update their website for us today.
When I figure out that nice run. That's number 9. That's Beckley. Cash Beckley.
Ball carrier takes the ball into George Washington.
Good run by Beckley, lowering the shoulder and bringing the boom. Officials timeout.
Rock Hill has taken the lead over Boyd County, 29-26 in the fourth. Rowan County is driving against East Carter late in the fourth, looking to tie it. They're down a touchdown.
A whole slew of new Timberwolves in tonight.
Beckley sets his shoulder and throws in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, incomplete.
Cash Beckley with the pass intended to Kenny Stevens, incomplete. Second and 10.
See some of these, let's say, younger guys getting reps, but a lot of these guys that played for a majority of the game are young themselves. I have to wonder if the coaching staff for Spring Valley is still wondering who exactly is going to step up.
3.5 to go.
Beckley shotgun, takes a snap, hands off to his tailback, who is eaten up.
That's Cash Lovejoy on the carry.
Cash Lovejoy with the carry. Loss on the play.
It's a swarm of white jerseys just swallowed up Lovejoy.
So for the second straight season, Spring Valley is going to be handed a sizable loss by GW in week 1.
Twins to the near side, snap is back. Beckley with the keeper. Waiting for something to develop and not a whole lot of running room there.
Cash Beckley, usually he did play a lot, tight end and linebacker. Came in as quarterback. He is a sophomore, 6'4", 218.
It's a big boy.
Thank you to Tommy Sims, who sent me the correct roster.
Hey.
The WVSSAC website has been a nightmare lately, so thank you for that.
It's like they've purposely hidden the roster somewhere.
4th down, 2 minutes to go. Beckley in the shotgun. Rolls out, under pressure, decides to keep it. Will be taken down short of the line to gain, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
A good run by Beckley. Smart play, not trying to force the pass. Tucks it, picks up a decent gain.
George Washington's ball. 1st and 10 at 42.
Spring Valley's backup defense taking the field. Good run by the ball carrier from GW. Number 5, Derek Valentine.
90 seconds to go in this ball game.
Spring Valley at home again next week. We'll be hosting the Big Reds of Parkersburg, who will also be coming off of a pretty substantial loss as they trail the Mohegans of Morgantown 27-9 in the 4th. Handoff standing tailback. I believe that's Valentine again. Yes, it is.
I want you to stick around for we're going to put a bow on this ball game in our post-game show. We're going to give you a full scoreboard, the MyTown.TV scoreboard, and the State of West Virginia scoreboard for you. And we will talk about keys of improvement for next week as Parkersburg will travel down to take on the Wolves.
As the Patriots line up in the victory formation, Isabel takes a knee. And that'll about do it.
A tale of two halves. Spring Valley trailed 14-7 at the half. It was all GW afterwards as the Patriots defeat the Timberwolves 35-7. We'll be back with the post-game show on your home of Timberwolves football, MyTown TV.
Download our app today.
Whoa! Ranger Rodney here.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards? Give me that. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Parks Reward. Return, refresh, refuel.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together building success.
From hand-cut steaks to fall-off-the-bone ribs, Texas Roadhouse has something for everyone. Fresh baked bread and honey cinnamon butter await at Texas Roadhouse. Located at 501 Winchester Avenue across from Ashland Town Center Mall. Texas Roadhouse will help you support your local school.
Isn't it time to bring some magic into the real world? Where knights ride in shining armor, and pirates always have a bag of loot. Where everyone is welcome for a toast. Where wonder and fantasy awaits you round every corner. Discover it all at the Ohio Renaissance Festival. Visit renfestival.com for info and tickets.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den. Matt Perry and Mike Myers, producer Conley Wood, and cameraman Evan Atkins. It was all GW in the second half as the Patriots defeat the Timberwolves 35-7. And Mike, I hate to just be so simplistic about it, but the keys to the game were truly the keys, and GW dominated in that aspect.
Well, we knew going into this game that this was going to be a tough one for Spring Valley to win. You know, you've got a basically brand new team, very little Friday night experience, coming in against a seasoned GW, and for Spring Valley to pull it off was going to be a fairly substantial feat. So I think the key takeaway from tonight is not the fact that Spring Valley lost, but it's that these young guys got a very valuable lesson in what it's like to play on Friday night. You know, what it takes to go up against, you know, veterans of high school football, and to see what it's going to take to win.
Spring Valley, we knew it would, like as Mike said, a young team going to have to find their footing. About the only positive thing you could say is that they do get 2 straight home games to start that off, and we'll see how they respond after a week of practice and game film as they take on the Big Red next week.
There is a lot of potential here, though. You know, the team is young. You know, there are some very bright spots. Mathis is a fantastic back. You've got Lovejoy back from last year at that very important spot of quarterback. He's also playing free safety, which is a critical component of your defense. The line, while they struggled in the second half, they did a very good job early on. I think it just took everything in them to hold steady, so they weren't able to make any adjustments to improve in the second half. It just continued to be, you have to do everything that you can to not get dominated.
Yeah.
And I think with the additional bit of experience, and I know we keep coming back to this, but just being able to have that experience of what it's like to play 4 quarters under the lights, you know, it is a whole different ball game under lights as it is to freshman ball or JV ball. And I think the interior line and the skill guys, for that matter, got a very good lesson. And I think we will see a much better team here next week against the Big Reds than we saw here tonight.
Let's do one more check of our MyTown Sports. It looks like Greenup and Russell are going to overtime. Rock Hill is driving. They trail Boyd County 33-29 with 2 minutes to go. And Rowan County trails East Carter by a touchdown in the 4th. As we move to the state of West Virginia on opening night of high school football around the Mountain State, George Rogers Clark leads Huntington 35-17. Martinsburg did Martinsburg things and defeated Hedgesville 74-0.
A very apt way of putting it.
Yeah, well, Cabell Midland, they defeat Oak Hill 41-6. Morgantown defeated Parkersburg 27-9. Wheeling Park defeated Park South 28-21. Hampshire AAA upset over Preston 24-19. Spring Mills wins the Battle of Pretend, Maryland 49-19 over Jefferson. University beat Musselman 35-3. And Woodrow Wilson defeated Washington 55-26. We'll go to Mike for the AAA scores.
Bridgeport leaving absolutely no doubt against Buchanan Upshur. Bridgeport wins 68-0. They're trying to do Martinsburg things in Bridgeport tonight. North Marion defeats East Fairmont 24-0. Elkins defeats AA Lincoln 40-27. Herbert Hoover stomps the Polar Bears of Fairmont Senior 49-3. Not a typical score you'd expect to see from the Polar Bears. Robert C. Byrd defeats Lewis County 29-6. Brooke defeats Lincoln County 46-6. John Marshall with a comeback victory over Marietta, Ohio 37-28. Go Monarchs. Nicholas County leads Riverside 14-7 in the fourth. Pikeview defeats Summers County 42-8. Fairland, Ohio knocks off Point Pleasant 33-7. Princeton, the Tigers dominating the Cougars 63-0. Shady Springs defeats St. Albans 47-15. South Charleston beating up on Nitro, final of 67-0. And AA, Matt?
AA we go. Kaiser defeats Berkeley Springs 41-6. Bluefield lead Graham, Virginia 26-20 in the fourth. South Harrison defeats Braxton County 14-0. Frankfort defeats Moorfield 34-12. Independence beats Armstrong, Pennsylvania 28-21. James Monroe leads Greenbrier East. That would be an upset 13-6. Sherman, the Tide, defeat Liberty Raleigh 50-26. Logan defeats the Hillbillies of Man 39-7. Clay County leads Midland Trail 34-13. Mingo Central wins the Battle of Mingo County 37-6 over Tug Valley. Oak Glen defeats Weir 35-0. Pendleton County and Petersburg are in a shootout 43-36 in the fourth. Philip Barber beats AAA Grafton 30-29. The Dots beat Buffalo 37-13. Williamstown take care of Ravenswood 42-7. Riverview wins the Battle of McDowell County over Mount View 46-0. Round County defeats Doddridge County 26-7. AAA Chapmanville defeats the Skyhawks of Scott 34-0. My goodness. Sissonville defeats Ripley in an upset over a AAA school 32-27. And Westside leads Wyoming East 28-21 as we move to Single A.
Calhoun County defeats Gilmer County 42-18. The Cameron Dragons defeat Clay Patel 42-0. East Hardy defeats Madonna 66-12. Frontier Ohio leads Magnolia 25-6. Middlebridge defeats Montcalm 26-8. Webster County leads Richwood 48-16 in the fourth. Tucker County leads Pocahontas County 7-8. Valley Wetzel defeats Tigers Valley 20-8. Wahama defeats Ritchie County 57-16.
White Falcon Power.
Go White Falcons.
White Falcons.
Wheeling Central defeats Perry Academy of Pennsylvania Commodores 50-8. Boy howdy. Elmore County and Greenbrier West play tomorrow.
So, overall, there was positives to be seen here at the Wolves' Den, but it was all Patriots in the second half. GW defeats Spring Valley 35-7. I want to give a special shout-out and thanks to our great crew tonight. Producer Conley Wood and our cameraman Evan Atkins did a great job as per usual. And Mike and I, with our 11th season calling Spring Valley football together, and
hard to believe.
It's fun every time, no matter the score. Even though the Wolves fell tonight, it is awesome that football is back, and we are so appreciative that you follow us on MyTown TV. So for Conley and Evan and Mike, this is Matt Perry saying Join us next week as Spring Valley hosts Parkersburg. And we will see you then. Good night, everybody.